What's going on, everyone? So today was supposed to be a video where my buddy Bill and I drove up to Paso, Robles, and picked up his brand new Corvette. I put something out on Instagram saying that I got this new camera, I got a new GoPro, and I was going to do a vlog all last weekend and then edit it and make it into today's video. Well, I sort of got sidetracked. I suck at vlogging. Anyway, so today we're doing a Q&A, but I will say that Paso Robles is amazing. So just really quick, we went and picked up my friend Bill's Corvette, brand new. I think it was like the first 2023 C8 Corvette in the state of California, which is amazing. The car is really phenomenal. And Bill's from Paso area, and went up, hung around, stayed at his mom's house. She's got this big, beautiful house on the top of this hill. It's really, really cool. Drove around Paso, went and looked at a couple wineries, went into Justin, looked around there, went up to Dow. Oh my God, if you haven't been to Dow Winery in Paso Robles, oh my God, it's absolutely beautiful from up there. You can just see for miles. And then we hit up some other smaller ones, and then we went over to Halter Ranch. Amazing. Had a quick lunch in there. Beautiful, beautiful building. Hospitality there is out of this world. Anyway, came home with a few bottles of wine, and of course had to drive the Corvette around all weekend. It was really, really cool. That is a really nice car. They did a really good job with this new Corvette. I'm very impressed. It can be as subtle as like a BMW or Mercedes sedan, but as crazy as a McLaren. So very, very cool. All right, but today it's all about the questions and answers. So if you're not following me yet on Instagram, please go over to Instagram and follow me over there, because that's where I put these calls out for questions for this kind of video. So overwhelming response to questions. I will do my best. I can't get to every single one, but I'll do my best to get through a bunch of them. All right, so let's get into the first question. And as per usual, every time I put my glasses on, you guys have to take a drink. So Alan Scarlett is asking, what hats are cool for over 40s to wear? This is going to go pretty quick. I don't know. I'm not going to try to BS around this question. I'm not into hats. I don't know a lot about hats. I own one hat. It's a Seahawks hat. I wear it when I'm out dinking around or going for a walk or running around the trail over here exercising. But as of right now, I don't know. Okay, next question is from Bald Ridges, and he's asking, I know nothing about wine, but would like to get into it. Where do I start? I would start by watching a couple of movies. If you haven't seen Somm, the series, there's Somm 2, which is Somm Into the Bottle, and then Somm 3, SOMM, short for sommelier. Really cool. I think they're on Netflix or Amazon. They're pretty much everywhere. Besides that, I would recommend the Wine Folly Magnum Edition book from Madeleine Paquette. Very cool, lots going on in here. Different wine regions, what wines come from different regions, the flavor profiles for all the different varietals. Very cool, lots of good knowledge into that. And I'll link to that one on Amazon. I think you can get that book on Amazon, and I'll link to it for you down below. Okay, I'll give you guys a little bit of a break on this one. So Kale hit me with 3 different questions. Kale's asking, what is my favorite sport? Where was I born and raised? And what is my favorite place that I visited outside of the USA? Favorite sport would have to be motor racing. You guys know I raced cars for almost 10 years. I won a championship as a driver in 2006. So motorsports, sports car racing specifically, is one of my favorite sports. Besides that, like ball and stick sports, golf is like way high up on my list. I love watching football. Where was I born and raised? Seattle, Washington. Born and raised, lived my entire life in and around the Seattle, Tacoma area. Born in Tacoma, specifically. Lived in Tacoma, Seattle, sort of back and forth, all around the Pacific Northwest until I was in my mid-40s and I moved to California. Favorite place that I visited out of the USA. I haven't been to a ton of places outside of the US, but I would say my favorite would be Costa Rica. I spent a week, 7-8 days in Costa Rica. It was phenomenal. I really enjoyed Costa Rica. And I think a lot of it has to do with the experience that you had when you were in whatever place that you were in. had a great time, had a great experience, had great weather. It was really, really cool. Jamaica was kind of cool. I've been to several places in Mexico, but I think that Costa Rica is probably going to be my favorite. All right, next question is from Carlos. Carlos is asking, what's your biggest pending goal? Besides like some financial goals and some business goals, I want to buy a house. I was hoping to buy a house next year. Sometime in 2023, I wanted to buy a house. I don't know. We'll see. The rates have gone a little crazy. Everything is going up. I feel like I missed my window. Not that I missed my window, but I feel like it would have been easier to buy something probably like 2 years ago. But anyway, we'll see. That's probably my biggest pending goal. And I'm probably going to butcher this next name, but this question is from Chalotreos. I'm sorry that I butchered your name. I'm sure I didn't get that right. What's a good inexpensive video camera good enough for online music lessons? So that's kind of a specific question about sort of the music lessons online. I will say if you want to stream something, I just bought the little GoPro. This is the Hero 9. You can live stream with this directly to YouTube. So if you want to do something that's like a live stream, this would be something. If you get the Mag Mod, I think it's the Mag Mod, and that allows you to live stream. Google it, YouTube live stream with GoPro, and you'll find lots of different videos. If you want to record something and then like put it on YouTube, or record something and send it to your student. So I like to use the little tiny M50. Like it's about as big as my phone. I mean, it's pretty, if you can see that, probably a little bit smaller than my phone. The Canon M50, I'm a Canon guy, so pretty much everything I have is going to be Canon. But this is kind of really cool. It's probably with a lens, $600-ish. Not super cheap, but not crazy either. What I film my YouTube videos with is the Canon 6D Mark II. Full frame DSLR, flip out screen. Yeah, those are the 3 cameras that I would recommend. Okay, Daniel is asking, were you always a fashionable person your whole life, or was it something that came gradually? Yeah, it totally came gradually. I mean, I always tried to pay attention to the way that I looked and dressed, but I mean, I worked at a manufacturing facility for 22 years, so I was very blue collar for a very long time. I had an office job for a little bit, but it was still in a manufacturing facility, so you did not have to, dress very well. Yeah, it was something that sort of came over time. When I lost 35 pounds, 40 pounds, back when I was, back in 2012, whatever year that was, when I was like 42, that's when I really started to get into it, because I needed to rebuild my entire closet because nothing fit me anymore. So that's kind of when things started to change for me. All right, Dave hit me with a whole bunch of questions. I'm going to get to a few of them. And if you don't know, Dave has a little YouTube channel. It's really cool. His videos are very entertaining. I'll try to link to him down below. So Dave is asking, what's a goal that you're working towards in the next 2 years? So I kind of already answered that. I want to buy a house. That is it's out there. I want to buy a house and sort of settle down and figure out where I want to be, because I don't really know where I want to be just yet. I love Temecula. I love Southern California, but I don't know that I want to be here long term. I don't know. I really don't know. Dave is also asking, what advice do you have for a YouTuber starting today? Find a niche and stay consistent. I've been making YouTube videos, since 2012, I want to say. I'd have to go back and check and maybe put an edit on the screen here. But I deleted a lot of those videos because they were very specific. And so I started over. And when I decided to make 2 videos every single week, that's when things started to really catch on and take off. But it was the decision to be consistent with my uploads. 2 a week, no matter what. Sunday, Thursday, that's when I'm going to make videos. That was a priority that I made for myself, and it's starting to pay off. So consistency, find a niche, find something that you want to talk about, and talk about that consistently, and hopefully you'll grow. Okay, Dave's other question is TV star crush from high school. You guys are gonna think I'm crazy. Let me know in the comments. Jodie Foster. I don't know. I don't know what it was about her, but like, I think we're similar ages. I'll have to check her age on Google, but I think we're similar ages. I mean, this goes back to the Bad News Bears. Come on. Anyway, yeah, Jodie Foster. When I got a little bit older, Elizabeth Shue in the movie Cocktail with Tom Cruise. Whoa, whoa. Totally did that for me in that movie. But yeah, there's two for you, Dave. Okay, next question is from Gerardo, who's asking, how are you adjusting to life on your own? Fine, like really cool. I tend to stay and keep myself very busy, whether it's, you know, this type of thing with creating content. I'm lucky and fortunate enough to have my calendar built out for the next, I think the next 2 months are already booked out. So I've got lots to do. So here's how I operate. I'm good being by myself in my house working for a couple days, right? And not seeing anyone, just kind of putting my nose to the grindstone and getting a bunch of work done. Then, after a few days of sort of being cooped up in the house, I got to get out. So if you follow my Instagram, you see me out quite a bit. And that's because I need to recharge my batteries. I need to be social. I need activity, and I need to go see other people and be with other people, talk with other people, and just have a little bit of that excitement to recharge my batteries. Then I'm good for the next couple of days and I can get back to work. So when I'm here working, I work pretty hard. But then when I'm not working, I play, and I play pretty hard. So yeah, so far so good, man. Everything's pretty good. And I just realized I asked Gerardo in the last question if he followed my Instagram. Of course he follows my Instagram, because that's where all these questions came from. Anyway, I'm a goof. So Granddad Billy is asking, what's a good look for July 4th that's not too overly patriotic? Yeah, I wouldn't worry about being patriotic. I would avoid being patriotic unless you're going to like a, 4th of July themed party where everyone's kind of doing the patriotic thing, red, white, and blue. Otherwise, I'm assuming it's going to be nice weather. I'm assuming it's going to be an outdoor event. So based on that, I would go short sleeve button down or a polo. I wouldn't do a t-shirt. I just wouldn't do a t-shirt. It's a little too casual. If you want to kind of level things up a little bit, do something with a collar. I would do a pair of flat front chino shorts, drivers, loafers, something like that. I would avoid flip-flops or sandals unless it's like a pool party, backyard pool party kind of a thing. But yeah, man, keep it simple. Something with a collar, color coordinating shorts, and slip-on loafers or driving mocks. All right, Greg is in the house. What's going on, Greg? So Greg is asking, what would be a good outfit for a picnic date? Kind of like what I just mentioned on the last question about July 4th. Now, I'm assuming it's a picnic. It's going to be outside. I'm also assuming it's summertime. The weather's going to be warm. So depending on the weather, Greg, you're either doing shorts or you're doing like really casual jeans or some chinos. If you want to do shorts, I would just take the advice from the last question and do something with a collar and some flat front chino shorts, and then some, cool shoes like, casual suede loafers or some suede driving mocks. If you want to dress things up a little bit, maybe it's not warm enough to wear shorts, chinos, jeans with the same polo or the same button down and the same exact shoes. That way we keep things really simple, because that's going to look nice and it's not going to look too dressed down, but it's also going to show that you paid attention and you put in a little bit of effort to look good for your date. All right, iFly F18s has a great question. When are you doing your next video where your followers can submit photos for critique? I need to do another summer one. So if you're not following my Instagram and you're watching this video, follow my Instagram, because that's where I will put the call out to send and submit photos for the critique, summertime critique video. Yeah, I need to do another one. So I'm going to do one pretty soon. Pay attention to the Instagram soon, probably within the next couple of weeks. I'm going to be out of town. So give me a couple of weeks and yeah, we'll do it again. Okay, the next question is from Jasper73. And I don't know how many times these have been on and off, so I don't know if everyone's getting drunk yet. So, from a female viewer, why does it seem that most men are not willing to pay for fashion? Great question. Really phenomenal. Great question. This could be an entire video. So I'm gonna try to go quickly here on this one because there's a lot to unpack. First of all, in my opinion, I would say that most men don't know what to do correctly. They don't want to make a mistake, so they don't do anything at all. They might want to buy a new thing and look more stylish than they look today, but they don't know how to do it correctly, so they don't do anything at all because they don't want to feel embarrassed. They don't want people to make fun of them, and they want to make sure that they're doing it right. Anyway, there's lots to unpack there, but I'd say that's probably the number one. I would also say that probably a lot of guys in this older age bracket probably haven't taken care of their bodies, so they might not like the way certain clothes fit or look. That could be another issue. But yeah, maybe that's a whole topic for another video. Thanks for asking your question. Okay, I'll give you guys another break here. JTF3131 is asking, would you say that your style ideas would work as well for men in their 60s as well as 40s and 50s? Yes. That's the answer. Absolutely 100% yes. I'm in my early 50s, so obviously I started my channel when I was in my 40s. That's why it's called 40 Over Fashion. But anyway, 40 and over. I think that these style ideas can work well into your 60s, provided that you take care of yourself a little bit. You don't have to be a gym rat like every single day. But man, yeah, as long as you take care of yourself, every single style tip that I provide on this channel can work well into your 60s. All right, my buddy Sean is asking, when are you coming out with your own wine label? So Sean's a friend here locally. I hung out with him and his wife last night, and we were chatting a little bit about this. So let me just say, before this gets kind of crazy, is me saying this is super premature. So I could say this in this video and talk about this, and then nothing may ever happen. So there's been a project that I've been trying to develop for the last several months, and that is to develop a wine. Specifically, first, a collaboration wine product with a wine company that I am familiar with here in town. There's lots of different wineries here, so I'm not done. I'm not done trying. But yeah, there's been a lot of roadblocks, and I would love to have and develop a wine product for you guys. I think that, I don't know if you'd buy it or not, but it's something that I would want to do for myself. Whether or not I do it and make it happen is way down the road. Sean had to bring it up, and we talked about his question last night, whether or not I should answer it on this video. So I figured I would at least address it and kind of let you guys know that there may or may not ever be a wine label with my name on it. All right, next question is from Louis. Louis asked me two different questions. How do you dress around the house without looking too bummy? I look pretty much like a bum around the house. I'm either wearing just a bathrobe if it's a little chilly, or I'm just wearing shorts and a t-shirt. So I get up between 5 and 6-ish every morning. It kind of varies. And then I make coffee, I watch the news for a little bit, and then I get to work. So I don't take a shower. I mean, unless I need to get up early and film something, I won't take a shower until like around lunchtime. So I just kind of bum around the house in shorts and a t-shirt. Okay, the next question Louis is asking, do you scare people with your driving? And I'm assuming that this is coming from the crash photos that I put on my Instagram stories just the other day. So I was going through I'll put some stuff on the screen here. I was going through some old hard drives, and I found some old photos where I hit a telephone pole with my first street car / race car. Yeah, it was wet out. It was February morning in Seattle. It was wet. It was cold. There was black ice. I had a brand new suspension on the car, and I was getting a little bit frisky going to the racetrack that morning to dial in the brand new suspension. I ran out of talent of going around a corner, and I was a meathead, and I took out a telephone pole. So if that's where this is coming from, I understand. But do I scare? No, I don't scare people with my driving. Can I drive well? Yeah. It's not, people don't like it, right? I don't like it. And of course, the older I get, I'm not trying to scare my passenger because they're just going to get annoyed. It's not a good time for the passenger if you're trying to show off. I think back in the day, it was sort of to show off, right? To a passenger to try to freak him out a little bit. But anymore, like no one wants that. No one likes that. I drive very chill these days. But I will say, with all that said, I did get the car a little sideways going on a freeway on-ramp a few weeks ago, and I did have a passenger, and they were kind of freaked out. All right, we'll keep this thing moving right along. Phil the Thrill is saying, do folks recognize you as a YouTuber while you're out wine tasting, shopping, etc.? Yeah, it's not all the time, but it has happened many times just here in town. And it's always really cool. I think I've had pretty good luck because I've got really quality viewers on this channel. Like no one's upset to see me. Like everyone's pretty excited and happy, which I absolutely love. So yeah, if you see me out in public, come say hi. I love it. All right, last two questions coming at you guys. So Randy is asking, thoughts on older men wearing tank tops? Yeah, no, I would say no. Unless you're at the gym, if you're at the pool, if you're at the beach, cool, man, do your thing. But just out wandering around or out being at a winery or shopping or out at a restaurant, no. Just no. It's not a good look. All right, last question is coming from Two Maids Orlando. Great question. Hi, John. I'm one of your biggest fans. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? I don't know. Well, okay, let me think about your question. So firstly, I would like to be a homeowner. I don't know where I'm going to be living though. I don't know where I want to be. Secondly, hopefully I'm still here in 5 years and healthy enough to keep doing this, because everything revolves around my ability to do this at least twice a week. So this is the number one goal that I have, is to keep this animal going, grow this thing as big as I can, maybe even start a podcast. We'll see. It'd be nice to be in a happy, healthy relationship in 5 years. That would be very cool to have like a partner. And gosh, I can't really think that far in advance. I want to make sure that my finances are in order in 5 years. All my debt is paid off, and I'm sitting on some retirement investments. I don't have a clear picture. I've got little indicators and little goals that I want to reach within the next few years, and where that brings me in 5 years, I don't actually know yet. It's not super clear to me where I want to go, because I think that I'm sort of focused with short-term projects. Thank you so much for all of your questions. Like I said, if you're not following me on Instagram, do that right now, and I'll see you guys over there. But yeah, this was a really good one. If you enjoyed this one, please hit the thumbs up button. Someone's at my front door. It's the UPS man's here. I hope you liked this one. Please give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate that very much. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you liked about this video. And until next time, live well, and I'll see you in the next one.